I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. Trouble knocking at my door today. I ain't gonna let it in. Worry wanna steal my joy away. I ain't gonna let it win. On the best day, I'm a child of God. On the worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day. And you're the reason why I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed.
When I count the problems that I see, hope is all but gone. When I count the ways you're good to me, you got me counting all day long. I'm so
Blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, I'm so blessed. So blessed, I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, I'm so blessed. On the best day, I'm a child of God. On the worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day. And you're the reason why I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, I'm so blessed. So blessed. I'm so blessed. Got this heartbeat in my chest. No, it doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, I'm so blessed. On the best day, I'm a child of God. On the worst day, I'm a child of God. Oh, every day is a good day. And you're the reason why I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. Hallelujah, I'm blessed. Doesn't matter about the rest. I got you. Oh, hallelujah, I'm blessed.
Oh, the sun shines bright as it moves across my face. I feel the lights and everything is in his place. I woke up feeling great. Today was made for me. Life is good the way it should, the way it was meant to be. It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Come on.
The wind is blowing, the bells are ringing, children playing in the park, mama birds singing, and I'm walking,
And I'm walking,
and I'm laughing.
and I'm laughing.
Life is perfect, I'm not trying, just happening.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Here we go. Yeah, yeah, it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
All right, Miyahueno Menem, Neto Reverend Jeffrey Ryan. We here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral lands of the Kauia, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Kizh, and the Luiseno peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly upon this land. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony and nature with one another. So, good morning, Riverside. All right. Welcome to Riverside Thrive here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where? Love lives here, absolutely. So it's great to see all of you joining us here in the sanctuary this morning. It's great to have all of our folks joining us around the world as well. Good morning to Laura Lopez. Aloha kakahiaka to my parents. They are in beautiful Hawaii right now. So aloha kakahiaka to Wayne as well. And good morning to Casey. And good morning, Deborah, and Lupe, and John, and Jan, and Dr. Naima. Good morning, and good morning to Beverly as well. And good morning to my beloved Eddie. He's at home. He's not feeling well today, so he's watching us and joining us from home. So, yeah. Hey, Ed. Everybody sending you love. And Jeannie says we miss you, Eddie. So there you go. So you're much loved and missed. And Austin, my mom recognizes your voice now, and she goes, "Wait, Austin." So on that last bit there, so Austin's little featured solo in that last song. So yeah, so way to go. All right, so we ready to get some moving and grooving and shaking going on, get some energy moving. It's the last day of April.
Wow.
I know. Wow. Today it's only going to be 80. It's not going to be like 94 or anything crazy, thank goodness. So, all right. Chester's up. He's ready to move and groove. So, all right. Here we go.
Well, now I see the Spirit standing right in front of me. I see the Spirit standing Spirit standing right beside me. Praise on,
Praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you. Well, now I see the Spirit standing right behind me. 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 Praise on,
Praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you. Now I see the Spirit standing to the left of me. I see the Spirit standing to the left of me. I see the Spirit standing to the left of me. I see the Spirit standing to the left of me. Praise on,
Praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you. To the right, now I see the Spirit standing to the right of me. I see the Spirit standing to the right of me. I see the Spirit standing to the right of me.
See
The Spirit standing to the right of me. Praise on,
praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you. Well, now I see the Spirit everywhere around me. 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 Praise on,
Praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you. Let me hear you. Now I see the Spirit standing right beside me. 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 Praise on,
Praise on,
praise on,
praise on.
I see the Spirit in you.
Good morning. I'm Constance Stringfellow, one of the licensed spiritual practitioners here at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. Tamara Ralston and I will be available after service for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. We love to pray, and we absolutely know that prayer works. So now please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
Your words like water keep my soul sustained. Let them rain, let them rain.
in me. Peace, light, love in me. Peace, light, love in me.
Please join me in consciousness. Turn it inward toward the greatest love of all. You may close your eyes if this is comfortable for you, knowing that God is all there is. God is the one mind, one life, one power, one source, greater than all of us, and it flows equally through me and every person, creature, or event that we encounter. We cannot be separate from it. All are expressions of the life, love, and wisdom of God, connected and part of the universal whole. I can see God in everyone I meet, the familiar and the new, in the mirror, at the grocery store, at work, at play. All are expressions of God, accompanied with skills, talents, gifts, and personality. All are free to claim the power of God, knowing that God is the greatest, and we are free to be. Let everything that we do be done with love. Open your heart and mind to the greatest love of all. I bless this service and every service. I bless everyone listening, knowing that we are divine expressions of love, the greatest love of all. I let this be so, and so it is.
Builds his work of art, placed on a foundation laid so long ago. And I wonder, as I wander alone, I am drawn to the one who drew me. Call my voice, knew me before the hands that hold me, pull me from the clay. Everything that was your hands have wrought. Breathe into life, emotion with just a thought. And I wonder, as I wander alone, I am drawn to the one who drew me. Come Oh, the architects of light, seeing through your eyes, it brings the alchemy of love and life. I am drawn to the one who drew me, called by the voice that knew me, before the hands that hold me pull me from the clay. I am painted in shades of wonder, sculpted from light and thunder, a light beyond understanding. The artist of all is reflected in everything. Oh yeah, in everything.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jabel. You can see more of Jeff coming up in May. He is performing in Jesus Christ Superstar at the Moonlight Theater. So come on down to see him there. Yes, Eddie and I are going, I think, closing weekend. So, yeah, so Eddie has plenty of time to get over his little sniffles. So welcome once again, everybody. It's great to see more of you here in the sanctuary and more folks joining us at home. Good morning to Vicky and Marty as well. Good morning to Corey. Vicky asks, who are you wearing? That's what we're talking about today. Currently, Vicky, I'm wearing Cook Street. That is the Aloha shirt that I'm wearing. So there you are. All right, so my beloveds, today we are talking about who are you wearing? But before we do that, we want to say our affirmation statement together, yes? Our focus statement together, rather. And so because we're talking about who are you wearing, we're talking about it with the W's, so, or double U's, whatever, W's, whatever. We're going to talk about it with the W's. So let's say our focus statement with all the W's. So what are some of the W's we're going to say this with? Wonder, wonderful. Wondrous. Okay, we got all the wonders. Two U's. Vacuum. Because of two U's, a double U. There you go. Wherewithal. Wow. Willingness. Wildly. Wisely. Wisdom. Okay. Wholeheartedly. There we go. Begins with a W, it sounds like an H. The beauty of the English language. All right, here we go. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Yes, indeed we do. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love, or shorthand, live your best life. Right? We embolden people to live their best lives, including everyone gathered here. That is our theme for this year, is live your best life here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. And we are currently in our spring series of living into the vision. And today we're talking about who are you wearing? So aren't those fabulous people? Yes, yes. Right? Look at them on their red carpet runway, looking fantastic in their designer goods, their designer wares. Yes? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, who are you wearing? This is what we are looking at today. So, red carpet season has kind of just finished. And you have all the people out there on the red carpet. You have the interviewers as everybody's going in, like, who are you? Oh, it's so great to see you, such and such star. Who are you wearing? And then they always say whatever designer it is that they're wearing, right? Who are you wearing? And it's always some kind of a designer. And the thing is, my beloveds, is that you are wearing someone all the time. In fact, you too are a designer. You are wearing top name labels right now. It might not be Gucci, it might not be Prada, it might not be Ferragamo, you might not be kicking it in your Louis Vuittons, right? But you are wearing your own designer label right now, a designer label that you are so intimate with that you actually started creating when you were little, when you were younger. This is who you are creating yourself to be, who you have created yourself to be. These labels, these designer labels that you've applied to yourself, perhaps are such top names as Good Girl, Perfect Patty, Jackie the Joker, Good Old Dependable Dave, Go with the Flow Joe. Or perhaps these labels that you're wearing are partner, spouse, leader, boss, parent. You see, these labels that we have are actually these personas, these masks, these roles that we've donned in order to function in our lives and likely to hide pieces of ourselves that we have disowned. We talked about disowned qualities a few weeks ago, did we not? We talked about disowned qualities, and we talked about the need to please and the need to be accepted. And what we learned from early on is we learned what is okay to be, how it's okay to act, and what is okay to be in yourself, in your being, and what is not okay. We learn what's not okay. We learn what's not acceptable. And then we began conforming ourselves to the ways that we can achieve love, the ways that we can receive love, the ways that we can receive acceptance, the way we can receive approval from the surroundings in our life, whether it's our caretakers, our adult caretakers, or whether it's the institutions that we are part of, the schools that we go to, the religious organizations we participate in, what our family and culture is, what our larger culture is. We begin to fit into what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. We begin to put aside those parts of ourselves that don't fit into the narrative. And then we begin to design these elegant suits, these elegant and beautiful pieces of armor that allow us to protect ourselves and to fit in. We construct these designers, these intricate, lavish designs that we're wearing. So much so that we begin to hide parts of ourselves. We begin to hide these bits and pieces of ourselves that are actually part of the whole. Remember, we talked about a return to wholeness, owning those parts of ourselves that we like and owning those parts of ourselves that we might dislike, those qualities in ourselves that we might dislike. And when we begin to own all of that, then we start to return to wholeness. We start to experience a greater sense of self-worth. But what we're talking about here today is what really happened, or what happens in addition to those bits and pieces, is that we construct these personas. And when we construct these personas, when we construct these roles, then we are separating ourselves. We are creating separation within ourselves so that we're no longer whole. But then it begins to affect our self-confidence. Begins to not only affect our self-worth, but it affects our self-confidence. And what is needed to live your best life, what is needed to live into your vision, is a healthy dose of self-confidence. If we don't have self-confidence, it is next to impossible to step out and do the things that are required to do of you, or to step out and step fully into a greater expression of yourself, because we're hiding behind the persona, we're hiding behind the mask, so that we are accepted over here. But what if hiding doesn't allow us to live our best life? What if that is what is stifling us? What if that is what is holding us back from living into the vision of being our most fully realized self, Because anytime we start hiding behind masks, then we're learning not to trust ourselves. We stop trusting ourselves because we're not trusting that we are enough. We're not trusting that we are good enough, that we are whole enough, that we are perfect enough, that we are complete enough. And there is that part of us that deep down inside says, you don't trust yourself. There's no self-confidence here. You're not being with yourself. You're not having faith in yourself. You're not trusting yourself. So why in the world would anybody else have any confidence or faith in you or trust you either? And why would the world look safe or confident or trusting? Why would I trust anybody else? I can't even trust myself. I don't have confidence in anybody else because I don't have confidence in myself. Remember, what we experience in here is also what we experience out here. Does this make sense? So we hide these pieces from ourselves, and we hide these pieces from others, and we try to control how we are perceived. We try to control other people's perceptions of us to make ourselves digestible, right? Of people, right? And a lot of energy is expended in holding up these masks and maintaining these personas and maintaining the goals. But there's payoffs that come with it, but there's a lot of energy that goes into it. Some of the payoffs that we might experience is if I don't risk anything, then I will never fail. If I don't risk, I won't fail. If I keep these masks up, then I will be rigid. Right? If I keep these masks up, then I can keep the persona up that I am a superhero. And that I'm here to save the world. I'm here to rescue. That's how I get my kudos. That's how I get my sense of value in the world. Or maybe it's the benefit that we get is by manipulating others to get what we want. Right? But these cuts great cost because of the amount of energy that it takes to maintain this. It's really zapping you and draining you of your life force, of your life energy, may the force be with you, of the ability to step into and live your best life because you're too tired. Oh, man, I'm tired of trying to be perfect. Man, I'm tired of trying to be the good son. Oh, it's exhausting trying to keep this facade up that I got all my stuff together. Okay? And we burn out. We run ourselves ragged. And when we're running ourselves ragged, there is absolutely no way we live into vision. There's absolutely no way we can be living our best life because we're running ourselves ragged, trying to prove to everybody else that we're some kind of perfect person, that we're whatever that image, that persona is that we are putting up. So in order to begin to live into the vision, then we have to have self-confidence. Living into the vision requires self-confidence. And self-confidence requires that we trust ourselves. And until we release and let go of these falsities, these personas, it's nearly impossible to do so. It's really funny, folks, because we want to be loved and accepted for who we are, right? I just want to be loved and accepted for all of who I am. And yet, if we are not willing to share, expose, and make vulnerable and be confident in all of who we are, we can never be loved for all of who we are. It's the paradox. We want to be loved for who we are, but yet we're unwilling to show who we are. We keep the facade up, we keep the masks up. So what is the way to let go of, to begin to take off the designer wear that we've been wearing? What's the way to do that? Self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness is the piece of where we can see ourselves and see what we've been doing, see the armor and the protection that we have donned ourselves, see the roles and the personas that we've donned ourselves as actually really ingenious ways that we have been protecting ourselves, that we have been lifting ourselves up, that we have been getting our needs met. We don't have to make it wrong, but we don't have to keep doing it either. We have the opportunity to realize that, wow, this was really helpful at one time, to behave this way, to show up this way. And we can begin to forgive ourselves, to see compassion. We can begin to forgive ourselves for the mistakes that we've made, for the errors in judgment, for the poor choices that we've made, and for allowing our stinking thinking to get in the way, right? Those limiting beliefs, those limiting thoughts to get in the way. We can begin to allow ourselves and forgive ourselves for all of that. And the more that we begin to forgive ourselves, we allow ourselves to recognize that there is this beauty that is deep down. There is this wholeness that is deep down. That, wow, I was a jerk. I am sorry I was a jerk. Wow, I have been living my life on this perfection hamster wheel for far too long. I recognize that what one time served me, it no longer does, so let me just set this down. Let me step off that wheel. Thank you for giving me guidance and for protecting me for all the years that you did, but I've got this now. We've got this. I recognize who I truly am. And that perfectionism, yes, is part of me, but yes, it also serves. That all these pieces that I have disowned, they served at one time, or they serve me. They come in handy occasionally. But I no longer have to live at the effect of that. I no longer have to live at the effect of this persona that I have created. And through that self-forgiveness, we begin to receive, we begin to experience self-acceptance. Because we are no longer disowning parts of ourselves, we are now accepting those parts. We are accepting our mistakes for what they are. We are accepting our discombobulated pieces. We are accepting and we are encompassing and we are embracing and we are bringing it all back into the wholeness and the awareness of who we are. But owning it and living it and taking action upon it and living it openly is another story, right? There's the owning. Okay, yeah, I own that. Yeah, that's good. So there's the self-forgiveness, there's the self-acceptance, there might even be a little bit of the self-trust there. But in order to really be able to live it, in order to be able to take action on it, that's where the self-confidence comes in. That's where the conviction, the self-confidence is there, because in order to be able to live it, not just own it, but be able to take action upon it and to actually live it into the world, we have to be willing to be vulnerable. We have to be willing to be strong. We have to be willing to accept ourselves without the fear of judgment. And that's really what self-confidence is. Think of the emperor with the new clothes, right? He was out there walking buck naked. But he was confident, he was wearing clothes, wasn't he? He was just out there confident, walking around. The emperor has no clothes. And he was walking around full of confidence, that there was this inner confidence within him. Yes, he was fooled, right? But really, there's this inner confidence that's there that allows ourselves in all of our wholeness to be seen. And when we allow ourselves and all of our wholeness to be seen, our vulnerability to be seen, then we're no longer living in fear. We're no longer having to hide parts of ourselves. We're no longer having to hide behind the role, hide behind the mask, hide behind this fashion, this design that we've created, and we can live our authentic self. Live from a place of authenticity. Live from a place of self-confidence. What does confidence mean, beloveds? It means with faith. con, with, fideles, faith, with faith. So self-confidence is with confidence, or with faith in whom? In self. And in this case, self is a capital S, self, meaning that it is a capital S, spirit, self. It is the truth of who you are. So when we walk in faith, when we live self-confidently, we are living in faith with ourself, fully trusting ourself. And it is only then, my beloveds, that we can really step into living our best lives. Step into living into the vision. Living into the vision, living your best life requires there to be this self-confidence, that requires that there be this knowing, this faith within that says, yes, regardless of what's happening out here, I know that there's that within me that knows. I know there is that within me that guides. I know that there is that within me that makes the crooked places straight. I know there is that within that is the source and supply of all of my needs, of all of my desires, of all of every possible want I could ever have. And it already knows. And it's generous, and it provides. I just need to get this silly costume off and step into it and embrace and be enrobed in the truth of my being. Enrobed in the garment. Enrobed in the truth. And then I get to walk self-confidently, self-trusting, self-accepting into the vision, into my highest and greatest good. And knowing that I don't do it alone, right? I say I here, it's not Jeffrey. That's not the I that I'm talking about. It's the I with a capital I, 13 font, italicized, large, super large, bold, italicized font. The I that is within. That is who, that is what I'm tapping into. That's where the self with a capital S, confidence, lies. So this living my best life, living in the vision, there's no fear of judgment. There's no fear of mistake. There's no fear of wrongdoing. I can always correct something if I don't like the path I'm going, but I don't need to fear it. Because I'm able to let go of who I've been wearing and step into the life that is waiting for me. Anais Nin has this really beautiful poem called Risk. And it's a short little poem, and it says this. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. The day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So tap into your own self-worth. Tapping into your own self-worth and trust amplifies trust and self-worth in yourself. It amplifies trust and self-worth in others. It amplifies trust and self-worth, or trust and confidence in the circumstances and the conditions of your life. It amplifies trust and confidence in life itself and in the universe itself. So my beloveds, this week, it's time to blossom. And so it is. So I invite our practitioners and our core council members to please stand and surround the sanctuary. I invite our band to take the platform once again. All right. So let's come together in consciousness right here and right now. I recognize that there is just this one power, this one presence, this one infinite, eternal source of all creation. It is wholeness, it is perfection, it is beauty, it is harmony. It is the harmony of the spheres, it is the beauty of the entire universe, the light of the universe, expanding, forever glowing, forever expressing itself in truth, as truth, with a capital T. It is glorious and magnificent. It is pure beauty and joy. It is divine right order and perfection that is all. And it is the wholeness, it is the totality, it is the all in all, it is the infinite, it is the one. And as I know that there is only this one, I know that I am one with it, that I am inseparable from it. The self with a capital S is the self that resides within me. The spirit with a capital S is the spirit that resides within me. The beauty with a capital B is the beauty that I am. The H, the harmony with a capital H, is the harmony that I am. The P with a capital P, the perfection that I am. And it is the I am that I am. The Spirit is I am. I am one with this, inseparable from it. For there truly is only one life, one power, one presence, one infinite, eternal, expressing itself here and now, as me, as each one gathered here this day, as all of creation. And so I speak my word here and now, knowing that there is no need for false pretenses. There is no need for the persona. There is no need for the roles and all these armors and protections and fancy dresses that we don ourselves in. There is only the one life, the one truth, the one power, the one presence expressing itself. No harm can come to this one, and each one of us is one with this one. So it is easy then to step forward in faith, in trust, in acceptance of simply what is the totality of being. And in so doing, we step forth in freedom, we step forth in joy, we step forth in wholeness and perfection. We step forth into our highest yet to be. We step forth into living our vision now. We step forth into living our best lives now. We let go of all that has come before. We let go of past mistakes. We let go of poor choices. We let go of anything that has come before that no longer serves. And we simply say yes to being open and available to the Spirit within, to the guidance within, to the love within. And we allow it to clothe us. We allow it to design us. We allow it to don the beautiful gold cloak of light, of love, of peace, of harmony, of joy. This is our truest and highest nature. And in remembering this, anything and everything is possible when we live in oneness with the one, drawn to the one who drew us, expressing life, expressing love, expressing joy. I give thanks for this now. Give thanks for the awe and wonder, for the beauty that is, for the freedom that is ours now. I release this word into the law, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. I simply let it be, and together we affirm, and so it is.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids in the street running to me. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see me?
Summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know. They got nowhere place. Take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na, oh na. I've been a victim of selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there are some with no home, not enough to roam. Could it be me pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Man in the mirror, oh, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Starting with the man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. Gotta get it right when you got the time. Could lose your mind when you lose your mind. Man in the mirror, I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Na 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 na. Gonna feel real good. Yeah. Na na na. Gonna make the change. Oh, it's gonna feel real good. Come on, change. Just lift yourself. You know you got to stop it yourself. Yeah, make that change. Man in the mirror, change. Michael, he had to come down and
All right, so I invite our beloveds who are in service to go ahead and come on forward, and as they do, I invite you to take out that which you're choosing to contribute this morning. So, receiving on behalf of the congregation this morning are Frank Conley and Cindy Lambert, or collecting on behalf of the congregation, are Frank Conley and Cindy Lambert, and receiving on behalf of the congregation this morning is practitioner Tamara Ralston. So take out that which you're choosing to contribute. I invite you to hold that over your heart space. One of the easiest ways to contribute is via text to give. Simply text 951-419-5858. Type in the amount you're choosing to contribute and hit send. It's just that easy. It's just like texting a friend, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're texting all of your friends and family here at Riverside CSL with your love. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is going to our website, riversidecsl.org, and in the upper right-hand corner, you will see the word contribute, and so you can contribute there. Or if you happen to be in the sanctuary and you'd like to contribute the more analog way, the more traditional way, then go ahead and place something in the basket. That works too. So holding that which you're choosing to contribute over your heart space, give it a silent blessing for a moment, and then let's say this blessing together. I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is.
the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs. I want all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do.
All right, so it's time for a few announcements before we head across the hall for some snackies and some coffee. And so, Earl, come on up, my friend. So the first announcement that we have here that I want to share with you is the Spirit of Art. So the Spirit of Art is happening on May 20th. We have an amazing collection of art coming in. We have some amazing sponsors this year that are donating all kinds of goodies and all kinds of things to also bid on. And then also fabulous food and music and joy. And it's just going to be amazing. So make sure that you get your tickets. You can scan the QR code that you see there. Make sure you get your tickets and come to the event. And Earl has something else he wants to share with you about the event.
Absolutely. So, I'm saying to myself, Self, what can you do that will give the beloveds here at RCSL the opportunity to share their gifts and talents and to be in service? And I sat there and I pondered and I wondered, what could I do? And then it came to me, we need volunteers for the Spirit of Art. So if you haven't volunteered for the Spirit of Art in some capacity or another, I have a list. I'm going to be going around. Well, first of all, I'm going to give you the opportunity to approach me. And if that hasn't happened, then I'm going to flip the switch and approach you. So it works so much better when all of us work together. And we know that this last Spirit of Art that we had, the first one, we did a tremendous job and it was quite profitable. So and the team that goes and plans this, they're doing all of this work ahead of time. All we need to do as volunteers is to be there to help set up by checking people in, by cleaning up, by serving wine, by serving food, whatever it may be. There's an opportunity for everyone to be in service. So I have a sign-up list. There's some names that are already on it. My name is probably the second one on it. And so I'm volunteering my time as well. So I will be outside. I will be over there with snackies. And I'm just giving you the opportunity to come to me and sign up. So we need lots of bodies. I don't have the specifics of what you would be doing at the time because I need the categories. But I will put those categories. We can sign you up that best fit your level of expertise. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, right on. So when he says that he's going to give you the opportunity to approach him, that means he's going to give you the opportunity to approach him. But if nobody approaches him, he's also completely serious about approaching people. So be a volunteer rather than voluntold. Huh? Yeah, there we go. All right. Then next week, Sunday, we have chair yoga with James Woods. Once again, it is amazing. That's at 3 o'clock next week, Sunday, the May 7th. It's fantastic. You want to make sure that you are there for that. And then we have coming up as well. Got your ticket? Okay, I'm not seeing it on. There we go. We're going to RuPaul's Drag Con. Woohoo! All right. So, RuPaul's DragCon is on Saturday, May 13th. We will be meeting here in the parking lot and carpooling over, but we want to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind. So make sure that you go to the QR code. That way you can let us know that you're coming with us. And then make sure you go to RuPaul's DragCon and then get your ticket. Jeannie's coming with us already. I see that. Amber is coming with us. Marty and Vicky are coming with us. And Ed and I are for sure going. We would love to have all of you join us. It is a blast. It is so much fun meeting all of your favorite RuPaul's Drag Queen contestants and winners. So, yeah, so join us for that. Absolutely amazing day. And then we have the... We're going to meet here at 8 a.m. Yeah, we're going to meet here at 8 a.m. to go to RuPaul's DragCon. Then we have the community picnic on Sunday, May 28th. That is very exciting. So see Frank in the lobby so you can sign up for what you're going to choose to bring. That also is a community picnic, though the men's group does do a lot of the cooking and all that. The rest of us, we bring all the goodies, all the sides, all the games, all the fun. So make sure that you sign up for that with Frank. And then we have another fun, fantastic announcement. The Village returns on Sunday, July 4th. Yay! So if you have kiddos in your life, or you know families have kiddos, right? The Village will be returning on Sunday the 4th. They will be meeting in Johnson Hall while we're in here. They're going to be in Johnson Hall, so it'll be an easy 2 steps across. And Dinah Williams and Amber Holland are leading that up, and Roxanne Johns is going to be joining that team, and a few others. So if you're also interested in serving in the Village once or twice a month or so, please let Dinah know that as well. But we are very, very excited to be able to bring the Village back. It is about time. Yes? Yes. So June 4th. Yeah, June 4th. June 4th. We figured school's out. Mom and Dad want something to do with the kids. Sunday morning, at least, let's bring them here, right? And then we have the awesome 80s dance party hosted by Jubel and Marie Tree. And tickets for that are that's going to be held June 10th at 7 p.m. Tickets for that are $20, and you can use that QR code there to purchase your tickets as well. So we are looking forward to that. That is going to be an absolute blast.
Wear your 80s outfit.
Yeah, and wear your best 80s outfit. Put your ponytail on the side, peg your pants, put your leg warmers out, the whole nine. All right. And then one last thing is next week, immediately following service, our safety team will be doing a brief presentation here in the sanctuary to highlight our safety policies and procedures for you, where all the exits are, and some of the other things that we wanted to make sure that all the congregation knew about. So join Frances here in the sanctuary immediately following service next week. And then she's not going to keep you too long, so don't worry. You'll still be able to get your snackies. You'll still be able to get your coffee, but you want to stay for that presentation. All right. So I invite you to stand, and let's say today's affirmation together. Now that we've released the personas, we've released the roles, we know the importance of that, we can say this confidently, right? With vim, vigor, vitality, vivaciousness, voluptuousness. Yes? All right, here we go. I'm free to be me. One more time. I'm free to be me.
I'm free to be me.
All right, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward. Because love lives here. Happy sing it.
Oh, something wonderful is happening through me right now. It's this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. Come on! I am it, share it, receive it. And I'm moving forward because love lives.
love is here for sure. When the world puts you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find your truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. You know that love is here, and you and me, love is here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love
lives here. Love lives here.
When life gets you down, you can't see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unregretfully, we pray together.
And the hurt that you feel
Will be set free. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. You know that love is here, and you and me, love is here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives.